Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, what you got to understand, right, about this narcissist that was involved in your life is, you need to tread with caution. The quicker you're aware and beware that the narcissist has a rough idea of how you're going to react to their games, is the quicker you'll be switched on. You see, what I mean by this is there's so much bizarre behavior from these parasites that are in your life, these dusty weirdos, right? There's so much bizarre behavior, what you go through, okay? Unexplainable things that don't make sense, right? But what they know about you, yes, what they know about you is they've already assessed it from before they take action in whichever kind, right? For example, them devaluing you, or them running out to a new supply, or them discarding you, reverse discarding you, giving you silent treatment, stonewalling you, abusing you in any kind of way. Whatever kind of abuse that you went through with this parasite in your life, they already anticipated your reaction to it. And most of the time they have a rough idea and they get it right. Because when they do these certain things, these strategic, planned things that have been well thought about, they've already assessed of how you're going to react. You see, you react with emotion, right? Because you're caught off guard. You wasn't aware that a discard was coming, or you wasn't aware that this narcissist that was involved in your life was going to run out of a new supply, or you wasn't aware that this narcissist that was involved in your life was going to abuse you in a certain way, or you wasn't aware this narcissist involved in your life was going to give you silent treatment. You wasn't aware of these things that were going to take place, right? You wasn't aware that they were going to start hacking your phone, or you wasn't aware they were going to start stalking you. You wasn't aware that they were going to do these things. But they knew they were going to do these things, They knew they were going to do these things. Let's just take the example, if a narcissist actually got physical with you, they could have made it seem like it was a lash out of anger. They could have made it out like it was a momentary, just a momentary reaction from them. But it's highly likely that they thought about what they were doing. They thought about what they were going to do. When a narcissist involved in your life, runs out of a new supply, they thought about what they was going to do. So that's why I'm telling you, right? Tread with caution. Whenever you encounter something that throws you off, that hurts you, that you need to look at it from a bird's eye view. You need to become emotionless. Now, I know that's hard. Being an empath, you are all about love and peace, and you have a pure heart, and it's not in your DNA really to be emotionless. But that's why I spoke about in a fairly recent video, I spoke about being stoic. I spoke about being stoic. And the meaning of stoic. Let me get it up. Let me give you a better... The meaning of stoic is being calm, almost without any emotion. Being calm and almost without any emotion. Right? You're aware of what's going on. You're aware that this parasite is doing this behavior, or you're aware of it. But you be calm and almost without any emotion. Because what I'm saying is, this is why I'm telling you to tread carefully. If you can tread carefully when this parasite has first done the things, or even if you didn't tread carefully at the beginning, the quicker you can start treading carefully now, getting on the horse and treading carefully now, and putting the correct steps in place, things will work out for the best. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But like, for example, the narcissist discards you, or the narcissist discards you, and you may have fell into the momentary thing of chasing after them or pursuing them, or a narcissist runs out of a new supply and you might have started chasing after them or pursuing them, or whatever they've done. Okay, a narcissist, the narcissist started abusing you or threatened you or done something or devalued you, and you reacted with this emotional reaction. That feeds them. That breathes life into their soulless soul. Giving them that energy, giving them anything tangible. Is that the right word? Giving them anything of any substance is what I'm trying to get at, right? Is like food for their soulless soul, right? And that's why I'm saying, if you be stoic, almost emotionless, unfazed, not bothered, right? Tread with caution. Really interpret what's happening. Take time to think. Take it slow, right? Don't be in a rush. Don't be hasty. Don't be in a rush to react. Don't be in a rush to do anything, The quicker you realize this is the quicker you understand, right? Because they ultimately want you to stay stuck. They ultimately want you to stay stuck. This narcissist has a rough idea about how you're going to react. And they know that if you react in that way and keep following that path that you're following, right? If you keep following that path, for example, chasing after them if they discarded you, if they went off with a new supplier, pursuing them, chasing after them, if they're stonewalling you, giving you silent treatment, pursuing them, whatever it is, right? The quicker that you realize, that you don't need to give them anything, like if they were malicious towards you or abusive towards you, physically abusive towards you, or mentally, they are mentally abusive. But I mean, if it got really out of hand, you don't need to bring that to their attention, so to speak. You don't need to hear their assessment of it. You're not going to get clarity from them, So what I'm trying to say to you is they think this shit through so much, like a discard, for example. If a discard happens, right, and they've hacked your phone, I'm just using this as an example. A discard happens, they've hacked your phone. They know that because they're denying you closure, you're going to find it a tough battle to part ways with that phone. At first, you until you get to the point, until you've healed a bit more and stuff, you may, before you've woken up to their narcissist even, you might find it hard because you haven't had the closure. You're thinking, hold on, they've hacked your phone. They're doing these little games on your phone. They're playing these games, like they're doing these games on your phone, moving stuff around or deleting files or whatever they're doing on your phone, making themselves known. You're taking that as contact with them, The same goes, for whatever type of scenario that you're involved with these narcissists in your life. They have a full understanding or a rough idea, should I say, a rough idea. They have a rough idea. They don't have a full understanding. They have a rough idea about how you're going to react and how you're not going to respond well to this type of abusive treatment of whatever kind. Hacking your phone, silent treatment, discarding you, reverse discarding you, becoming so toxic you have to cut them off, them running out of a new supply. Whatever it is, they know you're not going to respond well to that. And that's why I'm telling you that the best strategy of dealing with this is incorporating stoicism or being stoic. Not stoicism, because I'm not that well versed on stoicism. I know it's quite deep, quite a deep subject. But the word stoic, being calm and almost without any emotion, this is going to throw them off, you know? I'm not telling you, you know, it's going to be hard, you know? For example, if a narcissist involved in your life is physically abusive to you, you know, you have every right to defend yourself. And I know that I'm not telling you to offer your other cheek, because I know that they say, I think it's in the Bible, whether you take this as mythology, law, fact, whatever, right? I'm not insulting anyone's beliefs. I'm just saying, you know, I think it was Jesus said, turn your other cheek, right? What I'm trying to say to you is, maybe in this circumstance, if a narcissist is physically abusive of you, you could turn the other cheek, right? And then get the hell away from them. Remain emotionless, you know, because realistically, if you lash out back, you know, if they hit you and you I don't know, you grab a plant pot, or you grab a lamp, or you grab a shoe or whatever, you grab something and throw it ahead, you know what I mean? Like something really bad could happen, you know, they could really injure themselves. I mean, you'll be facing, you know, problems because they got hurt, or they'll start playing the victim even though they attacked you first, you know. That, so you just have to just be, that's what I'm saying. Like, so maybe in this circumstance, offering your other cheek, offering your cheek, and offering your cheek and getting the hell away from them, staying emotionless, staying stoic, not letting your emotions get the better of you is the best strategy. So that basically the moral of the video is, I want you to tread very carefully, right? Don't go into these situations with emotion, you know, because they've worked you out, and this is going to confuse them. If you start acting emotionless, trying to ascend to the point of indifference where you don't care what they're doing, you don't care who they're with, you don't care, you just don't care, you know. This path of being stoic will help you reach that path of that point of indifference, you know, where you're not fazed by them. You literally don't care, you know, you're not fazed, you know. So just understand that they do have an idea of how you're going to respond and what you're going to do. They think about these things, you know. They're not doing these horrible things to you for no reason. They're thinking of how these horrible things will affect you. It was a well thought out plan of how to harm you, how to affect you, whether it's devaluation, whatever it is, right? You know, smearing you, gaslighting you, whatever it is. They had a well thought out plan of how this is going to affect you, right? And they also ruminate as well severely about the repercussions of the actions that they inflicted on you, about how you're going to handle it. So if you start showing them a result of you're hurt, you're upset, you're broken, you're this, then they've succeeded, right? Of course you're going to be upset. Of course you're going to be sad. Of course you're going to be going through things. I am just trying to say to you, slow right down. Slow right down, you know? Slow right down. I know time might be feeling like it's moving slowly for you already, but just slow down. Get in touch with being stoic. Get in touch with being emotionless. Don't react, you know? Don't feed them. They're looking for your reaction, because this is their game. They've done this as part of a game to extract supply from you. Whatever thing they've done to you, it covers all kind of narcissistic behaviors. Whatever the hell they've done to you, right? They thought about this. It wasn't off a whim. They planned this shit, right? Sorry for my language, but they planned this stuff, right? And they're also anticipating your reaction. So if you can throw them off, confuse them, cause them grief, ultimately, right? By throwing them off, not acting the way they thought you'd act, this throws them off. This infuriates them. This causes them grief. This makes them feel invalidated. This makes them not feel important. This makes them feel like what they done didn't work. And that's ultimately a harsh blow for a narcissist that was involved in your life to experience. To know that they went through all of these efforts, they've done all of these things, all of these attempts, and you're remaining stoic. You're remaining unfazed. You're getting on with your life. You're aiming to better things. You're aiming for your purpose. You're aiming for your meaning. You've reached the point of indifference. You're aiming for the point of indifference. You're healing. You're doing these things. This is just going to confuse the hell out of them. And it's going to ultimately piss them the hell off. Because you may not know, but the narcissist is keeping watch on you some way, somehow. Right? Narcissists that are involved in your life may hack phones. They will stalk your history on YouTube or what you're watching or music you're listening to or anything like that for a very long time. They will see what you're listening to, what you're doing. They'll watch these things. Narcissists involved in your life will actually stalk in person, see what you're doing, see what your whereabouts are, right? They need to know, right? When narcissists resort to stalking in physical person or cyber stalking, they're trying to find out how you're responding to what they inflicted in your life. They're also trying to intimidate you. They're also trying to make you feel even more alone with it. They're trying to isolate you even more, right? Because they know that you're going to be trying to tell people and people won't understand. No one's going to understand you. No one's going to get you, right? And you'll be blessed in your life if you find someone who does actually understand, or who does actually assist you, or does actually help you. You know, you should be blessed with that, and you should cherish that person. You should know that it's a gift from God or the universe, right? Or your higher self, or whatever your belief system is. It's a gift if you have someone by your side who you can trust, who will help and assist you, you know? Because they really want you alone. They don't want you around other people. They don't want you communicating with no one. They want you alone, hurt, betrayed, right? I always talk about the importance of staying alone, right? Yes, being alone is very important for a particular period of time, right? But I'm just talking about being able to communicate with other people. I'm not telling you go and rush out into a new relationship or anything like that, but being able to communicate with other people, being able to, you know, they don't even want you watching this content that you're digesting on our channel or other channels alike, you know. They'd hate that, you know. So just understand, don't play into their palm of their hands and feed them food for their soulless souls. Don't feed them, right? Don't feed them. They had a rough idea about how you're going to react. Even if you've played into their hands for a period of time, time is now that you go in the other direction and you confuse the hell out of them. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session myself, you can also find the link in the description box. We had the first empath group meeting today, and it was a success. So I've scheduled another one for next month on the 28th of October. So if you'd like to be part of that, you can find the link in the description box. The invitees to the first empath group meeting have created a WhatsApp and a Telegram group, so that way you can stay in contact with other empaths and other survivors, and work together to heal on your journey. So also I'm running the crisis email support. So if you want a consultation by email, you can always reach out to me. The link for that will also be in the description box. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.